guys, it's Thursday. Welcome to
PvP. It's just PvP now.
That's
There's
right.
No more Gamer Nation.
Just no more Gamer Nation.
PvP.
On Thursdays, all new Thursdays.
It's a show where one of our gamers is pitted against another one of our I'm just trying to copy you. Yeah.
Anyways, guys,
You do it way cooler than I do.
You guys were really liking the whole PvP format, so we decided to make it its own show and have it here on Thursdays for your entertainment pleasure while we duke it out verbally and mentally. I'm gonna lose every time.
Yep.
Maybe.
Pretty much. What's our first matchup, Joe?
The theme for this week is
correct.
actually going to be Super Smash Brothers characters we want to see in the Wii U version.
And who would kick whose ass
I think this is
in
gonna be
a
a lot
fight?
of fun. We got some of our picks, we have some of your picks in here. It's all going to work out beautifully. But let's start with round one.
Round one, fight!
All right, going with some nostalgia. So Inky's going to be defending the characters from Bubble Bobble.
Yes.
Whereas you're going a little more current gen, a little nostalgia. You got a Liquid Snake.
Correct.
All right, two characters I know about. So let's hear from the master debaters themselves, starting with Liquid Snake, actually. 30 seconds on the clock. Go.
Bubble Bobble? Really? Baby dragons? What the f are baby dragons gonna do against possibly one of the greatest villains of all time? He's like Solid Snake, except he got, the opposite genes. He's a total badass. Metal Gear Rex? Man, he builds it. Well, he didn't technically build it, but he's got a giant f***ing robot that f***ing stomps all over the place, and it's basically a giant metal Tyrannosaurus Rex. When he hits that smash ball, you know it's coming down. You know Metal Gear Rex is coming into play. He's gonna step on the little dragon.
Apparently, baby dragons do nothing against mechanized Tyrannosaurus Rex robot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see how you can do with your first argument with 30 seconds. Go.
Baby dragons do nothing. Have you seen Game of Thrones? She's just like Dracarys, and then boom, and they melt everything. That's number one. Number two, Bubble Bobble. They put in bubbles, and it's rendered useless, no matter what it is. There'd be a giant impenetrable bubble around that Tyrannosaurus Rex. He'd just be floating up to the top, and then all I have to do is hop on it, and he pops and he goes away. That's what you do. And then they eat a lot of fruit, so you know they're getting their proper nutrients for the fight the impending fight with Liquid Snake. So between the impenetrable bubbles and being able to hop on them and pop anything,
Stop.
I think they'd win the fight.
Apparently, kids, if you eat all of your fruits, you can destroy any mechanized dinosaur robot.
Yes.
That's actually a true point. I don't know how you're going to rebuttal against that,
Yeah.
especially Game of Thrones. And 15-second rebuttal, go!
There's no way you're putting Metal Gear Rex in one of those tiny bubbles. And f***ing Liquid Snake has friends. He's gonna call in Revolver Ocelot. Ocelot's gonna bust caps all over your little dragons. They're gonna be like, I'm a dragon! And then their brains are gonna explode everywhere, and then they're gonna die.
And
Liquid Snake,
stop.
way better.
So apparently Ocelot's gonna come in and just
Tag team.
yeah, just kind of shoot your bubbles down.
Yeah.
She's gonna pop your bubble,
Oh, okay.
figuratively and
I
technically.
see, yes.
But now you get a rebuttal. 15
thanks.
seconds on the clock, go!
Well, who's gonna be coming in to help Bubble Bobble? The other Bubble Bobble dragon. So now there's two of them, and they're blowing super bubbles, and they're capturing everything. Revolver Ocelot, I don't care who you call in, they're blowing bubbles around him, they're hopping on Pop, and they're just gonna pop those bubbles, and they're gonna murder him. Yes,
All right.
Dr. Seuss reference.
All right, guys, we can argue about this all day, but you guys get to choose who won round one by going over to Twitter.
Tweet
You got
us.
At Lasercorn, at the Jovenchar, at
like-
Soinky. Let us know who won.
And at
Feel
Smosh
like,
Games.
At
yeah.
Smosh Games.
Feel
But
like
now-
I saw PvP at Lasercorn totally won.
I
Now, you
saw-
don't even have to think about the tweet.
I saw
I just
PvP
have
at
to agree.
Sohinki totally had a point about the bubbles.
Anyways, time for round two.
Round two, fight!
A Surte Rex, the Battletoads, Raymond, and Dr. Robotnik. You can never go wrong with nostalgia, and the game should continue to add new franchises. Okay, so yeah, Dr. Robotnik, that's a good one. I think you.
I'm gonna go with Battletoads.
I'm
Oh,
taking-
you would like to.
I'm
take
taking
Battletoads.
Dr. Robotnik.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Is that his
Hinky
rap
wants
name?
Dr.
Yeah.
Robotnik. Who won first last time?
Well, he talked
I
about
went,
it.
I, went, I went first, so you'll go first this time.
Fair enough.
All right. You got the Robotnik, Dr. Robotnik. He didn't go to evil doctor school for nothing.
Yeah.
So you got 30 seconds. Go.
You brought up a good point. He is a doctor. He's very intelligent, and he makes ridiculous robots. Did you play Sonic 2? That robot at the end was so hard. Faulty, yes, because all you had to do was jump on his little capsule to beat him, but it was a very menacing, scary robot. And what is Dr. Robotnik's specialty? It's imprisoning and destroying woodland creatures, and a Battletoad is a woodland creature. Yes, it's a genetically enhanced, muscular, strong woodland creature, but a woodland creature nonetheless. They just end up in his little capsule that Sonic has to pop at the end of the level, rendering them useless, hiding in there like, oh God, help me, get me out of the
Stop.
capsule, Sonic.
So Hinky calling the Battletoads useless.
Yeah.
Useless against the powers of Dr. Robotnik.
How dare you?
How dare you? Respond to that, Joven. Go.
All right, first of all, Dr. Robotnik, he's beaten by a woodland creature all the time who just jumps and spins. I'm bringing 3 frogs and toads with martial arts abilities into the fight. Think about it, even if your plan is like, you got Pimple, Rash, and Toad, even if you get one of them, no, Pimple, Rash, and Zitz, even if you get one of them, you have like, your power hits is like your fists become giant. Pimple, actually when he's running and he attacks, he gets giant horns because he's a bullfrog, get it? If Sonic can take you out, Dr. Robotnik with his giant body, small legs can't beat a frog.
Stop! Jovenshire's argument, not very cohesive. Sounds kind of like he's been licking toads. Over to Sohinki for his 15-second rebuttal. Go.
I think that my argument was so much better than yours that I might just spend this 15 seconds talking about how cool it would be to have all of these characters in the Super Smash franchise. I think that it would be great to have Dr. Robotnik and the Battletoads so you see how badly Dr. Robotnik would actually whoop up on the Battletoads when you're actually playing the game.
And stop.
It'd be nice.
And Sohinki very confident in his argument, just kind of rambling there.
Yeah.
15 seconds over to Jovenshire. Go.
1 Dr. Robotnik, 3 Battletoads.
Well, you don't get to play as all 3.
No.
Well, what you had Pokemon Trainer had 3 different Pokemon.
You have to
It can be
switch.
done. It can be done, or you can just use one guy to just whoop his ass with some good old-fashioned martial arts. Just martial arts. Did you see The Matrix?
Martial arts. I have seen The Matrix. Not sure what that has to do with this game. All right. Yeah, but he was also able to break the rules of physics because he was in a computer simulation. All right. Well, let us know on Twitter who you thought won that one. We've got one more. Moving on to round 3.
Battle 3. Ready, go!
All right, our third debate, we have some tweets to read. We have @FadeIs34553 saying, this is doubtful, but I think Pac-Man, since Namco Bandai is helping them make the game. I think Pac-Man would be awesome. And then we also have @Buhori, B-U-H-O-R-I, obviously Bomberman. How cool could it be? Question mark. That is the question we were
The
answering.
answer is infinitely.
I think defending Pac-Man on my right, we have Jovenshire. And then defending Bomberman on my left, we have Lasercorn. Lasercorn has already gone first once, so we'll be starting with the Jovenshire. You have 30 seconds, but your phone went to sleep. There it is. Go.
Now, first of all, Pac-Man, we've already seen Pac-Man kick major ass in a Tekken game. If he can take on, like, Law and Tiger and whatever characters they have in the Tekken universe, we can definitely have Pac-Man kick some major ass from, who you got, Bomberman? But this time, it just needs to be Pac-Man. He doesn't need the whole tree guy helping him up. He can kick major ass on his own. And then when he gets the Super Ball special move, the super attack, you'd actually go into the Pac-Man game. You can play all 2D, and you got the characters running away from you, and you just, like, move around the maze to eat everyone, and then you get a life.
Stop.
That'd be awesome.
I do like the idea of the Smash Ball making it go inside the game and him chasing it.
Yeah,
That's
that would be
kinda
hilarious.
Yeah, I don't even have anything mean to say about that. That's pretty awesome idea. We're going to restart the clock. Lasercorn, 30 seconds, go.
Really, you think Pac-Man could take on Super Bomberman? Listen, when someone calls a bomb threat at the airport, that airport f***ing shuts down. If there's some f***ing junkie popping pills at the airport, TSA just escorts him into one of those little rooms. There's no way that this f***ing disembodied head could do anything against Bomberman. Bomberman would just be kicking bombs into him, and he'd be like, oh, my only move is to move forward and eat things, so I guess I'll eat this bomb. And then he would explode and die. I don't know if Pac-Man has guts and entrails, but if he went up against Bomberman, we would find out. Because he would be strewn all over the sidewalk.
We got it.
All over the sidewalk.
Lasercorn's argument, Pac-Man would be mistaking bombs for his normal white dots and exploding and leaving Pac-Man entrails all over the place. Your response, Jovenshire, go.
Pac-Man can eat and digest ghosts. Do you really think a bomb is going to be more strong than the supernatural itself? I corrected myself. Pac-Man, he's going to move too fast. Dude, he's like all over the place, non-stop. Bomberman, he's going to kick a ball. That's it.
All right. Jovenshire's argument that ghosts are somehow more powerful than bombs.
Yeah, how many people die from bombs?
Bombs being a thing that actually exists.
How many people die from ghosts?
I don't know. There's a statistic
All
somewhere.
right, save it right now, and go.
What? First of all, he died of just ghosts. There are no ghosts. Those are hallucinations caused by him running around eating pills for the entire f***ing game. That's all that is. Bombs are real. Bombs explode. Bombs kill you. You want to talk about a final Smash Ball? How about he pumps up the bomb like
Stop.
in the N64 version and just blows up everything on the f***ing screen.
All right, Lasercorn.
Bomberman.
Lasercorn disqualified for going 6 seconds over.
I'll disqualify you.
That being said, his argument was clearly way better, not biased because he's aiming Nerf gun.
You're lucky to jam.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it for our first episode of PvP. I mean, technically our third episode, but our first with the
Legit.
sweet title cards and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of awesome. And thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for your input, as always. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Smosh Games, and all of us respectively on Twitter, and we will listen to your tweets and argue about them. You cause us to fight so much.
We were gonna fight it.
We do fight a lot, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
It's not your fault, kids. This is something mom and dad.
I was about to say that.
On that note, get out of here.
Later.
Later.
What's up, guys? Welcome to PvP, where we're gonna be debating things about Halloween and scary stuff.
Yeah, because it's
This
Halloween.
the scariest
That's
monsters
me.
in gaming, and you seem to have jammed again. But right now, we're gonna be talking about scary monsters in video games, and up in the first debate, we're going to have Jovenshire and Lasercorn. Go!
Round 1. Fight!
For our first round, while Lasercorn is still working on his ammunition there.
His piece.
We got Warp
piece
Zone
guy.
tweeting us.
I know them.
They
Warp
wanted
Zone
some
guys.
input, and they said Del Lago, the lake monster of Resident Evil 4, the closest thing we've had to a real Jaws type battle in gaming.
I'm definitely gonna be taking this
And,
one because this game, that guy still gives me anxiety when I play Resident Evil 4.
Excellent. And then going up against Del Lago is going to be Dr. Salvador, also from Resident Evil. Resident Evil 5, I believe, and that'll be defended by the Lasercorn,
The gunless laser.
the Laserborn himself.
The gunless Lasercorn. What a
Yeah.
sad day.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay.
I think we'll start it off with Jovenshire, since he's defending our submission. You have 30 seconds, Joshua, starting right meow.
See, first of all, you're just in like this small little lake, so you're like, oh, this is gonna be completely fine. It's a beautiful lake. Maybe I can do some fishing if I want. Then all of a sudden, this giant beast, prehistoric dinosaur, comes out of the ship and eats you. And it's terrifying because like he'll knock you out of the boat. So you have to repeatedly tap A button and it just starts to fill your soul with anxiety. And it's like, oh my God, keep hitting that A button, keep hitting that A button, keep hitting that A button. That's not what I'm doing. It's just, there's nothing worse than that fear of
Stop.
something bigger eating you.
There's nothing worse than that fear of Joven mashing an A button, because that's
Yeah.
apparently what that looks like. And and yeah, nothing else to say about that. Going over to Lasercorn, you've got 30 seconds to refute this argument. Go.
If I recall correctly, if that thing knocked you out of the boat, you could get back in, correct?
Yes.
You swim over to the boat and get back in. That's interesting because if Dr. Salvador hit you once with his chainsaw, you died. He's a one-hit kill enemy. If you let him near you, you will get your fucking head chopped off because that's what he does. And he bursts through the gate and he's got a bag on his head. Why? Why did he put a bag over his head? To be fucking scary, that's why. He is a one-hit kill boss. He's the much scarier one-hit kill boss. And if I get eaten, I'm like, oh, so what? So some
Stop it.
eat me. I don't want a chainsaw through my
Lasercorn,
neck.
Lasercorn very loudly talking about getting hit once and dying. He does. Okay.
Good wrap up.
It was very loud in my ear. I wasn't able to focus. We're gonna move over to Jovenshire for your 15-second rebuttal. Hopefully less painful for my eardrums. Go.
So it's a chainsaw. It's like it happens and it's done. You can outrun him. You like this giant monster swims so much faster. You can't swim faster than this beast. You're just lucky you're close enough to that boat to get out of the way.
All right, Jovenshire getting done in 10 seconds there.
That's normally all the amount of time we need.
Yep.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Going over to Lasercorn. Go.
A chainsaw is over quickly. Have you ever seen someone get chainsaw? It doesn't go right through. First of all, did you even see the cutscene? Because it's realistic. It's like "Rrr," as it starts to catch in your skin, and then "Rrr," as it goes through the cartilage, and then "Rrr," it hits your spine, and then "Rrr," it hits the carotid, blood spraying everywhere. It's quick.
Stop.
No. Joven.
Oh my goodness.
Chainsaw your neck off so you can see how quick it is.
Lasercorn sharing some of the secret pain behind his laser stare.
Wow.
Clearly has chainsawed people in the past. All right.
Maybe.
Let us know who you think won via Twitter. You can tweet us at Smosh Games or just personally at the Jovenshire at Tahungi at Lasercorn, and you can do that for the rest of the debates as well. Now we're going to be moving on to round 2.
Round 2. Fight!
So taking up round 2 is going to be Lasercorn is going to be defending Hakuru8394, who said the kid necromorphs from Dead Space 2 creeped
pick.
the crap out of me.
Very good pick.
And
Yeah, they're
in
very
this
scary.
in this battle of babies, so Hinky will be defending the babies from Dante's Inferno. Those actually were creepy as hell. So let's go ahead and start with. So Hinky hasn't talked yet. So you have 30 seconds to make your argument on why dead babies are terrifying. And go!
All right, now the necromorph babies were scary. They were little like zombie dudes. They had claws. That was a little frightening. But you know what's scarier than that? Babies that have f***ing blades for arms. Yes, they have blades for arms, as in the babies have knives like that are just their arms. How How much more do I have to say about that? Number one. Number two, they were actually mocapped from real babies. So you know how scary that is? This little baby like barely can walk, but then it also has these giant blades for arms that it's just kind of winging around, and then it murders
Stop.
you.
So you mix Wesley Snipes and a drunk baby together, and you get the dead baby from Dante's Inferno. Wesley
I-
Snipes' blade.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay, there we go. You've clarified.
Now to argue why the necromorph babies are so much more scary, laser corn 30 seconds on the clock and go!
Yeah, Blades for Arms is pretty scary, but those necromorph babies had the weird twisted head that they would crawl at you with, and they could they were like in the orphanage, which was just the creepiest setting for to have these dead babies, and like it was just all about the atmosphere in that game, and they explode. I mean, blades are scary, but a thing that's charging at you with the sole intent of exploding on you, and their bellies were like full of like this weird organic explosive gel, and if you shot them, even if you do kill them, if they're close enough to you, they're still gonna explode on you and kill you. Whereas with blades, even if they're close.
What makes dead babies funnier? Dead babies that explode.
Exploding babies. Scary.
All right, 15-second rebuttal. Go.
You know what is creepier than a nursery? I mean, a nursery, yeah, with dead babies in it, that's creepy. But you know what's creepier? Hell. F***ing hell. It's hell, and there's babies with blades for arms, and demons flying at you, and all kinds of terrible stuff. Hell is way creepier than
Stop.
a nursery.
I thought you were going to say what's creepier than a nursery is Cleopatra's nipples that the babies come out of.
That is also, that's just more disgusting.
Yeah. 15 seconds on why Cleopatra's nipples are disgusting. Go.
Yeah, I mean, hell's creepy, but I still think the nursery is creepier. And just the fact that like there was this nursery that was all chilled, and you have to imagine there were like little babies climbing around playing, and then the necromorphs come in and start turning babies
I'm
into
going
these
to
zombies.
stop you on the fact that you've made a morbid painting there.
I mean,
That was a
you have to
terrifying
imagine
picture.
that scene. That's why it's scary. Because
Yeah.
the necromorphs came in there.
Wow. So now you guys get to choose who
Those
won round
creepy
two,
flying-
at Soinky or at Lasercorn with the battle of dead babies.
Yep,
The dead baby.
That's all, folks.
Dead babies, folks.
Dead baby battle.
Round three.
Battle 3. Ready, go!
Next up on the list, the third and final battle, it's going to be, stop that. Oh, man, I just want to throw things. I can't shoot you, but your scarf is so stupid.
Ow, leave
that
my
you
scarf
deserve-
out of this.
Yeah,
Out.
rip it off.
Not the
No,
mic.
don't actually
Love
rip it.
All right.
It looks expensive.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've got the Yeti ski-free monster.
It's pretty warm in here,
Defended by Joven,
It's freezing. We're in a spaceship
Who,
now. The ski-free monster.
who obviously came prepared for some skiing with this trendy scarf of his. Hipster. F***ing hipster.
No one knows what answer is.
Hashtag Joven's a hipster.
Hashtag Joven's a hipster.
And then going against
Sexy
the ski-free Yeti monster will be Sohinki, who has decided to champion the Amnesia weird face
Yeah, the little
Rah.
ogre, yeah, the strange mouth
Yeah.
guys.
guy. So we've got those two squaring off.
Grunts, I think they're called.
Yeah, and since Sohinki went first last time, I think we'll start with Joven.
All right.
If you could
I'm
just...
defending MV05 here, who sent this one to me. Which
Oh, yes,
I
correct.
actually, I didn't even think about this until I saw the tweet, and I was like, yes, that guy was terrifying.
Yes, MV05 sent this in. Thank you. Blast of nostalgia from that tweet. All right, you ready? You have
Yeah.
30 seconds, and go.
Death is inevitable, and that's why it's so terrifying. Just like the snow monster
You're an
from
awful
Ski
guy.
Free. It's like, oh, hey, I'm gonna do this ski game. I'm gonna do these giant jumps and flip around, but you knew you were gonna die in the end because you could not outrun the Ski Free snow monster. And like every time you'd be like, this is fun, and all of a sudden he just pops on the screen, just like running super fast. You'd think at least maybe you could outrun him because he's a giant like primate. Nope. This guy can move in the snow, and he eats you. He gobbles you whole, and then he dances.
Gobbles you whole. Phrasing. Stop. All right, time. Joven with some interesting choice of words there. Gobbles you whole. Although you did bring up an interesting point. How does he run faster than you are skiing on the snow?
Yeah.
Doesn't make a lot of sense. Also, I believe
legs?
him being a metaphor for death was also an XKCD comic. So not sure if you stole that or not. But we'll say we'll pretend you came up with that on your own. Over to Sohinki for his 30-second rebuttal. Go.
The Yeti from Ski Free is kind of adorable. As Joven hinted, once he kills you, he dances, and the dance is cute. You know what's not cute? This giant grunt thing with a mouth that doesn't even make any sense. It's in like weird slivers and pieces, and he just like, they run at you and they claw your face off, and there's nothing you can do. All you can do is run and hide. You can't hide in Ski Free. You can at least try to outrun them and have some sweet jumps along the way. Also a metaphor for life. You just try to have fun before the end. But in Amnesia, there's no fun. There's only running and hiding and going insane.
And stop. So Hinky just said Amnesia is no fun. So there's his review on the game. Amnesia, no fun.
Yep.
Quote So Hinky of Smosh Games.
Yep.
Back over to Joven for
Scares.
15 seconds. Go.
You can beat Amnesia. You can't beat Ski Free. Every time I sat down, I was like, maybe this time I can get away from him. Even if you cheated and held up on the control pad and then you like started moving up, nope, he'd still pop up and be like, no, I'm gonna eat your face because you thought you could make it to the
And
end.
time. Joven saying that the reason it's scary is that he can't beat it. But if you did every game Joven can't beat, then every game
Every
is
game's
really
pretty scary.
Yeah. Joven can't beat most games, let's face it. All right, over to Sohinki for a 15-second response, and go.
If the grunts from Amnesia were to fight the Yeti, the grunts would win. You know why? Because they make you go crazy. And that Yeti, if he went crazy, he wouldn't know what to do with himself. He'd probably be helping along the skiers at that
He's
point.
already crazy.
Because he'd be insane and he'd be helping the skiers, and then you'd actually beat the game if they.
All right, and stop. Sohinki rebuttaling that
Yep.
the Yeti would pee himself if he ever ran into an Amnesia monster.
Yes.
Could be a valid argument, but we're not the ones to decide this. This is up to you. You guys decide it. Tweet us. Let us know who won these debates. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of PvP. PvP.
PvP, ready to get in there,
I'm just
debate
gonna
some
mean
stuff.
mug.
The
Just
show
mean
where
mug.
I debate and win every debate I'm in, because that's how I roll.
The comments have said otherwise.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
most
at
of
least
them-
louder than everyone else.
In fact,
That is true.
In fact, and it's not because I can only see tweets that @reply me. According to Twitter, I've won every debate. So I'm just gonna throw that one out there.
Yeah. What are we talking about here?
We're
today,
actually
Joe?
very excited that the next-gen consoles are right around the corner. One before, one after the week I said they'd be coming out. Thank you very much, next-gen consoles. But hey, so in light of the new,
I may have called Sony and Microsoft.
Had them move.
Continue.
I need you to wait a week. Joven's gonna do something. Anyways, so we're gonna be debating what our favorite titles are and which we think are better versus the other's opinion. Because in PvP, everyone has an opinion which is in fact better than the other person's. But you guys get to vote
But
and
not
decide.
in fact. It would be more like a subjective thing. But let's go ahead and
In
move
fact,
past
was
that.
more of the selling of the joke.
There was no joke. It was just you talking.
PvP.
Round one. Fight!
All right, so for the first round of debates, we're gonna have Sohinki defending Titanfall,
Titanfall.
and Lasercorn actually defending Tomb OD Games, saying Watch Dogs looks like Batman, but he kills people.
Yeah.
And also like way better than that.
Remember that line in Batman, I only have one rule? This guy would just be like, I have 0 rules, and then shoot someone.
0 rules, 0 Watch Dogs, Titanfall, Big Mechs. We're gonna start with Sohinki first, with 30 seconds on the clock to say why Titanfall will be better than Watch Dogs. In go.
I find it interesting that Lasercorn, of all people, is arguing against Titanfall when his favorite thing, he's stated before, are giant mechs. They drop down from the sky when you get enough points, and you get inside of them, and they're kind of like your buddy. They carry you around, they act as turrets, they want to protect you, they want to make you feel at home inside of them, which is all you really want from someone when you're inside of them. And this mech shoots bullets, it stops bullets, it shoots rockets, you can parkour. What else do I need to say? It's f***ing Titanfall, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be on the PC too, which is something that I like.
And stop with 2 seconds extra on the clock. Sohinki, I feel sorry for your best friend, because apparently when you have your best friend, you just want to be inside of them. Lasercorn,
Or your best friend. I don't know what that means.
do you want to be
Just saying.
inside my best friend?
All of your
Gross.
best friends.
Okay.
I've been inside all of you.
Lasercorn, take it away, 30 seconds.
I do love mech games, you're correct. Mech games are fun, I love all the old Mech Warrior games. However, we have not had a good Mech Warrior game recently. Did you play the new Mech Warrior Online? It's not that good. And then, what was the other game? The Hawken or whatever? Kind of terrible. It's just like a first-person shooter with a mech thing. Mech games have been consistently letting me down, and that's why I'm excited for Watch Dogs. It's something completely new. You're gonna use the technology. It's like kind of a futuristic thing. He kills people, he murders people, he pulls up those barricades so that cars can hit him, and then the driver goes flying out. That didn't actually happen in the video, but I imagine if he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Sorry.
Lasercorn expressed that he's been let down many times in his life, and always wear your seatbelt while
I'm
driving.
hoping it's a good mech game. I really am. It's just recently mech games have been letting me down.
15 seconds to prove that mechs are not that bad. Go!
All right, well, the reason those games are letting you down is because they're free-to-play games. And before you pull Dota 2 out there as the thing that throw in my face, that is an outlier. It's like the one good free-to-play game that kind of stands out above all the other ones. But this one's going to be awesome. There's a lot of money behind it. It's going to be great. I don't know what else I can say in 15 seconds. Booyah, I win.
Stop. So he says that Titanfall will be better than Watch Dogs because Dota 2.
No, that's not at
no.
all what I said, but
Yeah,
continue.
it's a 4 summary, but yeah.
It's pretty accurate. 15 seconds to explain Watch Dogs. Go.
Yeah, they were free to play, but there was money behind them. There was a budget. They weren't like some random obscure titles. MechWarrior is a pretty big title. They wanted to make it free to play. Anyway, but anyone can make a trailer look good. You're basing your whole thing off of this trailer looks good. It's not a new concept or anything the way
Go.
Watch Dogs is. It's just a good-looking trailer, and that's your whole thing.
I've seen a multiplayer match at E3. It was awesome.
Titanfall. Watch Dogs. Trailers.
You decide. Twitter.
Twitter.
All right, guys. Now you can actually go onto Twitter. You got @Lasercorn, @TheJovenshire, @Soinky, and @Smosh Games. Let us know who you think won round 1. But let's not waste any more time and get straight into the second fight.
Round 2, PvP!
Round 2, fight!
All right, round 2 is the Battle of the Rises. We've got Dead Rising. Joven will be defending Dead Rising. And then we've got Rise, the new Xbox One launch title.
They're both rises.
Yeah, it's
that's
a
funny.
rise off.
We didn't plan that.
something.
I'm rising right now.
Yeah, oh, okay.
This is
Gross.
boners.
All right,
Okay.
and since Sohiki went first last time and he's grossing me out, we'll start with Joven. You have 30 seconds starting now.
Now, people like to say that zombies are getting old and boring. That is the biggest load of malarkey I've ever heard in my life. Zombies consistently stay great in all forms of media, whether it be movies or video games, especially the Dead Rising game. Now, what's going to be great about Dead Rising is because there's so many things you can do if it stays true to its own franchise. And to top it off, this game looks scarier. It looks more intimidating. It's got a grittier feel. Plus, you still get the whimsiness of being able to attach weapons together, and you can do it on the go. So at any time, you can put together.
And stop. Jovenshire making up the word whimsiness for his argument, which is basically that all zombie games are good, which is wrong. But
Name one bad zombie game.
Over to Sohinki. One bad zombie game. State of Decay. I did not like that game. Over to Sohinki. 30 seconds to start his argument. Go.
All right. You know what is getting old? Zombies. You know what's not getting old? Ancient Rome. That doesn't make any sense when it comes out of my mouth, but it's awesome. You're going to be able to go through giant battles as a soldier in the Roman army, a commander. You'll be commanding troops around, slashing people in half. Also, and I didn't realize this until today, right before this, there's multiplayer. You'll be fighting each other with swords and stuff, and shields, and bashing, and slashing. And I don't really know anything else about the game. I just think it's going to be f***ing cool, because it's ancient Rome, and those battles are awesome with like, the giant amounts of soldiers clashing together.
All right. So he admitted he doesn't really know much about the game, but he thinks it's going to be awesome. So we've got gut feeling over here. 15 seconds to rebuttal. Jovenshire starting now.
Rise will be a lot of fun, especially all those quick time kills that you'll be playing, then stop for 5 seconds, play it, then stop for 5 seconds. And if you really want some good multiplayer action, guess what? Dead Rising 3 co-op, bitches. I'm actually just assuming because the second one had it and it was good there, so it should be good again.
And stop. Jovenshire saying he hates quick time events. You know who else hates quick time events? Your girlfriend. Because they're all quick time events. All right. 15 seconds to rebuttal. So he can go.
I kind of want to just harp on that girlfriend thing. It's pretty funny. Quick time events and you not liking it. No, but the quick time events, yes, there are quick time events, but there's like 80 different executions, and it's going to keep it fresh when you're going and slashing through people, and it's going to be awesome to get a quick time event execution against another player online, and I think
And time. So he's saying that basically what I said, your girlfriend's unsatisfied. All right.
All debating aside, I actually am looking forward to Rise. I don't think the quick times will be too much of an issue. I think it's going to be a really fun game, but not better than Rise.
Yeah.
Or better than Dead Rising.
And that was round 2.
Battle 3! Ready, go!
All right, we got round 3 coming up. Jovenshire on my right. He's going to be defending Killer Instinct, one of his favorite games from the past, Reborn. And then we have Killzone Shadowfall, defended by Lasercorn on my left. And these were actually recommended to us in tweets. We had @T14 recommending Killer Instinct. And then we had @MyNameIsCarmel saying Killzone Shadowfall. The only reason I didn't buy BF4 or COD Ghost. So some high praise from her. I think we're going to start with Lasercorn. He had a little bit of a break. Give Joven a breather, because I know that talking gets him a little winded and needs to work out a little bit. All right, we're going to start with Lasercorn. Defending Killzone Shadowfall. You have 30 seconds. Go.
Come on, Killzone Shadowfall. This isn't even a debate, really. Remember the awesome quick time kills? You sneak up on someone, you like gouge the hellgas eyes out of their heads and their gas masks are exploding and stuff. It's just an awesome story in general. And have you seen the graphics? Have you seen the trailer? This game is going to look amazing. It's going to finally utilize all this next-gen hardware and stuff. It's going to look awesome. Killer Instinct, come on, we're rehashing old-timey 3D fighters. Come on, no one wants to see that. They want to see huge, large-scale battles in
Stop.
Killzone, planetary
it.
combat.
Stop.
Anything else?
Lasercorn. I'm learning them a little frightened of Lasercorn. He likes gouging eyes.
That was
So
the
you
best.
need to-
When I first saw that in Killzone, that was the best kill ever. Just like right through the mask.
He's very excited about eye gouging. I'm gonna take a step to my right. And Jovenshire, 30 seconds. Go!
One word. Ultra, ultra, ultra. Two
That's-
words. Combo. Ultra combos. One of the best, greatest fighting games that everybody has been waiting for another Killer Instinct. Why didn't it come out on the Xbox 360 or PS3? Who knows? This has like anticipation built around it. Fans have already had other Killzone games, all 10 of them. So, yeah, some good kill animations, but will you have characters like Orchid, Spinal, Cinder, Fulgore, some of the most badass
Stop.
fighters.
Wow, I stopped at look at that.
30 on the dot.
30 on the dot. My finger was right on there, right on the pulse. I'm just impressed with myself. I don't even know what you said. Going back over to Lasercorn for his rebuttal. Hopefully he was paying attention. Go.
I can tell you exactly what's going to happen when you get the new Killer Instinct. You're going to play it for 5 minutes, you're going to button mash, you're going to go online and get your ass kicked, put the stink back in Killer Instinct, and then you're going to never play it again, and it's going to sit on your shelf.
Stop.
Whereas, you know where I was going with that.
Lasercorn was thinking of some witticisms in his time to prepare for his rebuttal. Going over to Joven, see if he can think of anything as witty as Stink and Instinct. Go.
Well, if I'm getting my ass kicked on Killer Instinct, which is most likely going to happen online, that means there's a bunch of people loving the game and playing it over and over and over and over because it's gonna be amazing.
All right,
That was
Joven.
a 10-second
We're gonna
rebuttal.
10-second rebuttal, and also should never, ever, ever start or join a rock band. Well, that's gonna do it for us here on PvP. You let us know on Twitter who you think won all the debates, round 1, round 2, round 3, and we'll see you next time, guys. That's it for us here.
That's how PvP works.
Later.
Yeah, just give up, Sohinki. Just let him say what he's going to say.
I can't. It hurts
He's,
so much.
it's like he's never been around people who spoke English. Yeah, that's what you're like you're like a foreigner with no accent is exactly what you are. That's how you speak English.
So we're doing good today, guys. Right?
Well, we're doing
What
well.
did you say?
Although
do good.
technically you can do well or good when you're talking about a state of being. But
All right. Enough grammar Nazi. Intro the show.
What's up, guys, and welcome to PvP. You're probably wondering why I'm talking so manly-esque right now. Ow!
That was
It's-
not very manly. That wasn't a manly noise.
All right, so because it's Movember, it's all mustachy and manly, we're actually gonna be debating the most manly video game characters in video game history. And with us to help with this debate, we have Schroeder here, the most manly
Hello.
individual from the Warp Zone.
Brought my beard and I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Let's man up.
It's a manly beard.
So let's get into that
I'm a
first
little
fight.
scared.
You should be.
Yeah.
I saw him like cutting down a tree with it earlier. He's like,
I don't know if you could do that with a beard. PvP.
Round 1. Fight!
all right, for round 1, we got Schroeder here, actually taking one from Twitter, from @AntBooze212, that's my kind of Twitter handle, saying, Kratos, he tells the gods who's boss and gets with all the ladies. So are you good and ready to defend Kratos' manly honor?
I think Aunt Booze 212 summed it up, but yeah,
Right.
I got this.
There you go. Now, Lasercorn, who do you got?
I'm gonna go a little more obscure. I'm gonna go Lo Wang from the new Shadow Warrior game.
All right, one of my favorite rappers. Let's actually start with you
No,
on
that's
this
Lil
one.
Wayne. Okay.
You got 30 seconds to defend his manliness. And go.
Lo Wang, the character in the new Shadow Warrior game, he is kind of a god killer as well, kind of like Kratos. He kills some giant gods and he makes jokes about his name. He like bursts into the level and he's like, who's ready for some Wang? Plus he can kill like 80 demons at a time, and he's got this move where he spins in a circle and just like slices demons' heads off. What's more manly than that? Demon head slicing. And then he could also like pop them up in the air and like run them through, and he fires like giant rockets and shit at people. He's pretty badass. Plus he can carry 9
Stop.
weapons. Old school fucking Doom style. 9 different weapons at once.
So, pretty much, he walks into a room and it's like, yeah, okay, and then kills all the demons.
It's not
Let's
Little
see
Wayne.
if Kratos is more manly.
right.
Schroeder, 30 seconds
Go.
on the clock. Take us away.
All right, Kratos is the manliest of manly men because he is able to take out a pantheon of Greek gods, and I got to use pantheon today. And plus, he has the blades of Athena, which are able to cut through just about anything. And that's not only his only weapon. He's also got Zeus's giant sword. He's able to just take out waves and waves of enemies in the goriest way possible, while having threesomes where you get to use QuickTime events to have the greatest sex of all time. Kratos, he is the man.
All right, with a few seconds there to spare, pretty much the greatest sex of all time involves quick time events, but bonus points for Pantheon.
Yes, thank you.
I'll give you that. We'll give you 50 bonus points.
Oh,
How many weapons can he carry?
he can carry enough.
1,
How many?
2, 3, 4.
He can carry 4 per game, but he's had 4 games, so that's like 12.
Yeah, okay.
So there.
All right, so now you get your 15-second rebuttal on why Lil Wayne needs to take out Kratos. And go!
Kratos, only 4 weapons allowed to carry at once. 9 weapons, bitch. And one of those weapons is a crossbow that fires explosive bolts. You can't beat him. Lo Wang is the best character when it comes to manliness. He carries more weapons, he kills more people. That's all he does.
With a whole extra second there.
0.9.
yeah.
0.1 second.
So when Lil Wayne's getting crunk, he likes to use his explosive,
All right. All right.
Oh, I forgot to mention, he also has a demon head that shoots lasers.
Okay. All right. Well, these are very cool.
15 seconds, go!
These are very cool, but these are all weapons that Kratos has had before in the past. Helios' head can freeze his enemies. He's got Apollo's arrows. These are all copycat stuff. So it's great that he can kill all these demons. Kratos did it first, and I think he might have done it better.
And stop. You already had stop. That was impressive. So you can't. Is manliness really justified by the OG factor?
I think it is. I think it's great.
Defined by how many weapons you can carry at once.
Okay.
The more weapons you can carry, the manlier you are. 9 weapons.
That's science. But we aren't going to decide the winner here. You guys are going to decide the winner. You're going to hit us up on Twitter at the Jovenchire, at Lasercorn, and at the Warp Zone tweets. There you
Warp
go.
Zone tweets.
Warp Zone tweets, not the. Just
No the.
at Warp Zone tweets.
We're really good
It's
at
right
that.
here on the screen. Anyways, guys, let us know who won round 1. Let's go to round 2.
Round 2, fight!
All right, our next debate, round 2, we've got Schroeder defending Snake from the Solid Snake Sneers.
Snake Plissken?
Snake Plissken. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
And over here, Jovenshire is going to have Barrett from Final Fantasy VII. Man with a gun arm, so.
Yep. We actually got this one from at Dacio Connor.
Yes.
Daisy Connor. Saying, Barrett from Final Fantasy VII, he's exactly like Mr. T, and you can't get any manlier than that.
Yeah.
He does have the T factor.
Ah, pity the fool who has to debate against me.
All right, we're gonna start over here with Schroeder. You have 30 seconds to make your opening argument, starting meow.
Solid Snake is the father of stealth action gameplay, and he is master of a plethora of guns, just so many guns and his items. He's able to carry cigarettes in his stomach, sneak through any type of laser things with all of his wits. Snake, he is awesome. He defeated Metal Gear, a giant robot that could just crush him in one thing, but no, he's got his rocket launchers. He can run around. He's able to take out Liquid, save the day multiple times, even when
And
he's an
time.
old man.
Even when he's old, All-Timer Snake is
Old
still
Snake
able
is still badass
to
Snake.
kick ass. It's a tough guy to go against. Joven, 30 seconds for your opening argument. Go.
Well, let's go ahead and start with this. Snake does have a plethora of guns. One of what Barrett has, a motherfucking gun on his motherfucking arm. And not only that, it's not just one gun, it keeps upgrading. And when he's got his limit break, it turns into like this giant laser beam of destruction. And you want to talk about being the father of stealth games? That's cool. Barrett's so manly, he's a great father too. And sometimes that's what's really important about being a man's man. You gotta see that little girl in your life and be like, I'm gonna make this world a better place for you.
And stop.
Bringing kids in.
Taking him to family
Jovenshire is
values.
suggesting that Barrett wins on the number of Father's Day cards he has.
And child support
Yes,
payments.
and child support. Yeah, he's not around much. He's probably paying some child support. All right, 15 seconds to respond. Go.
All right, so he might have a great gun on his arm, but Snake is able to always defeat technology that's way beyond what he understands. Metal Gear Rex, Metal Gear Ray, Metal Gear Cows from Metal Gear 4. He's able to take on anything and take it out. He's able
And
to.
time. All right, yes, he was able to take out Metal Gear Cows. What does Barrett have to say
Metal
about
Gear
that? You've got
burgers.
15 seconds. Go.
Okay, so you saved him some giant metal T-Rex. That's pretty cool. Barrett saved the goddamn world. The entire world from Sephiroth and Genova. There would be no Earth, no existence. It would have literally been the Final Fantasy without him.
And time.
Single-handedly?
Single-handedly, yeah.
Because he only had one hand? I
He had a team of people, too. All right, tweet us who you thought won on that one. And we have one more round. Round 3.
Battle 3! Ready, go!
All right, guys, it is time for round 3, and Joven, you have picked from our Twitter Aldenaran says John Marsden because cowboy. Awesome cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. All right, and what's your choice?
I'm gonna take BJ Blazkowicz from Wolfenstein, Castle Wolfenstein 3D, all the Wolfenstein games.
All right.
Yeah.
That's an old one.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Battle of the Obscure.
Battle of the... Wow.
They made a new Wolfenstein game recently.
It's coming out.
Or they're
coming
coming
out,
out with it.
All right, well, let's start with John Marsden. 30 seconds, here we go.
As Alderan put it, he's cowboy. Motherfucking cowboy. Like, when you think of, like, the most badass individuals in all of history, they're always gonna be cowboys. They tamed the Wild West. John Marsden was, like, the bad guy, but was so badass, he's like, oh, I'm gonna live a good life. And I'm gonna take out all the people that I used to rob banks with. He's manly because his beard. No, seriously, that beard is, like, amazing.
All right.
I wish I could have that.
That's it. All right. So, John Marsden because
Snuggle up in that beard.
motherfucking beard. Motherfucking cowboy, motherfucking beard.
Yep.
All right.
That sums it up.
Let's hear Wolfenstein and go.
Oh, so your character is manly because he took out a few bank robbers. You want to know who you kill in Wolfenstein? Fucking Mecha Hitler! Mecha Hitler in a mecha suit with two chain guns firing away, just blazing, trying to kill you. The guy who committed all those genocides and started all those wars, you take him out. You fuck him up with rocket launchers, you blow him into little pieces, and then you just crap all over his fucking fortress of evil and desolation, and you kill all his guards and stuff, and you're like, F you, guy who started World War II.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, because Hitler, he used the fabled
Mecha
he used the fabled Hitler defense.
dropped
So
the
I don't know
Hitler
how you can I don't know how you can rebuke Hitler, but let's see you rebuke Hitler.
All right, so John Marsden is so badass, not even death could stop him. We're talking about he became a zombie. And he's like, I'm gonna save the world even as a zombie. For those of you who played the DLC, this is an actual true statement.
Okay,
so
stop.
He's a zombie.
Okay. So the rebuttal to Mecha Hitler is zombie. All right? And your rebuttal, go.
Yeah, BJ gives zero f***s about zombies. He will chain gun a motherfucking zombie in half so fast. He'll John Marsden will go to do his little quick draw. He'll be like, I'm so quick and I'm a zombie, and then blah, like line of bullets. And dude, he takes so many hits to die.
All right.
Yeah,
That's great. So many hits to die.
Yeah.
Oh my. That's quite the matchup.
Yeah,
So
that
that's,
one, even I might have a vote against me on that one. But hey, you guys vote.
It's not you to decide. Yeah.
So leave it in the tweet us who you think won round 1, round 2, round 3. And most importantly, head over to the Warp Zones channel, click the annotation right here, or we got a link in the description below. Go check them out. They got cool music videos, you got cool sketches there, awesome stuff coming from them. And this is some PvP. You know, you like the PvP.
This is PvP.
PvP. I got him. This is fun. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of PvP, where today we're inviting you to play in our box, our sandbox, because we love we love sandbox games. So today,
And that's not unintentional. You're just trying to be gross.
Yeah.
Just trying to talk about Vajra.
the Mohawk
Grazing.
makes me
You
gross.
shot the ceiling. There's stuff
You've
falling now.
That's not part of the test. That's asbestos.
You've always been
No,
gross.
it's raining.
But yeah, so all of our debates today will have something to do with the world of sandbox games.
Open world games, if you will.
I will actually. I will in round 1.
Round 1. Fight!
You can't talk about open world games without talking about World of Warcraft, easily the biggest one out there.
One of them.
Now with
One of the biggest.
with the new expansion coming out, should we get back into some World of Warcraft?
Yes.
So Inky says yes. Lasercorn says
No.
nay. Let's go ahead and start with the positive here. On a positive note this episode. 30 seconds to say why we should get back into WoW, and go.
All right, now the biggest thing that was sort of a deterrent of getting the new expansions is that if you didn't have a max level character, it was annoying. You wanted to play with your friends, you wanted to play that new content, but you couldn't. You had to play through all the old boring content that you wanted to get through just to get to the new stuff, but it was just repetitive because you had to play it over and over and over again, like when you were leveling up the first time. Now, you get a free level 90 character, you can hop in there with your friends, even if you're just re-upping into the game, and you get to play the new content immediately. Free level 90 character, that seems like a pretty strong argument
And
for getting
stop.
back into it.
Ooh, 30 seconds on the dot. Well, obviously Soinky is against not putting in some good old-fashioned hard work.
Grinding's
or-
annoying.
He's against hard work. Why should we not get back into WoW? And 30 seconds on the clock, go!
I'll tell you why. My college career It was almost ruined by WoW. My grades plummeted very sharply. Long periods of time disappeared. It's what I like to call one more quest syndrome. It's like, oh, I just got this new f***ing staff for my fire mage, I better just try it out. And oh, I have this quest, and then you complete that quest and they give you a new item. It's like, oh, Inferno robes. Well, I gotta try out the new Inferno robes. And then your f***ing paper is due, and then you haven't done anything for it.
So Lasercorn did really bad in school, and it's because of
I nearly
World of
failed out of
Warcraft.
college.
Because definitely nothing else, just World of Warcraft did it. Now you have 15 seconds to rebuttal. Maybe we talk about your school days. I don't know. Go!
I played WoW in college and I got good grades, and plus it's the Warlords of Draenor. You get to go to Draenor and you get to see the Fel Orcs before they were evil. You get to see Gul'dan. You get to see Grom Hellscream. All your favorite World of Warcraft, all your favorite Warcraft characters, and it's gonna be awesome. And yeah, just because you failed out doesn't mean it's a bad game.
So we can just make
First
up
of
a
all,
bunch
I
of words.
didn't fail out. I didn't fail out. I quit Warcraft.
Okay, there you go.
So Winky's argument
stayed
can
in
really just be
college.
summed up by words that I think he just made up on the
Yeah.
spot, though.
Yeah.
So you might lose a point for that. Lasercorn, your rebuttal. 15 seconds. Go!
First of all, time travel is a gimmick. Second of all, what did you do this weekend? I know what you did, because I f***ing saw you in the arena in Hearthstone because your name came up. You spent the whole weekend playing Hearthstone just like I did. It's a time sink. Blizzard makes liquid crack in game form, and then it just sucks up all your time, and Monday shows up and you're like, what did I do this weekend? Nothing, because I just played a Blizzard game all weekend.
Blizzard
But
makes
they are really
crack.
fun.
Crack cocaine from
Yeah.
Blizzard in game form.
Heisen Blizzard.
All right, guys. Well, now you got to tweet us who you think won this first debate in round one. You've got at Lasercorn, at the Jovenshire, at Soinky, and send over to at Smosh Games too. We like to actually have a little competition here to see who wins what round, but see who can take on round two.
Round two.
Round 2. Fight!
Now, a lot of the best open world games are MMOs, but we don't see a lot of MMOs on consoles. And is this a good thing or a bad thing? Do there need to be more console MMOs? Saying that there should be more console MMOs, we got the Joven
Open
Shark.
it up.
And advocating for the PC gaming
PC Master Race.
So Hinky saying, nope, keep them on the PC.
Keep them where they belong.
We're gonna start with, who went first last time? So Hinky.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with Joven going first. You have 30 seconds to tell us why there should be more MMOs on console. Go.
Now, I don't like this to always be my go-to argument, but computers can be expensive to have a good PC rig to play a good MMO. But that takes out a good portion of the audience who are only playing on their consoles, and why lose that? Maybe I don't have a great computer for it, but maybe I want to try out like the new MMO. Terra looks amazing. I'd probably play it more if it was accessible on my Xbox. I could still hook up to Xbox Live and play with people around the world. Why aren't those opportunities there? It's working for Diablo 3. That is a clear-cut example.
And stop. And all I really heard was Joven finds computers weird and scary.
Yeah.
And doesn't know how to operate them. They're too complicated.
too many
Look at all these
buttons.
Okay, so Hinky, 30 seconds for your opening statement. Go!
Now, the problem with having MMOs on a console is the controller, right? There's only about like 8-10 buttons on a controller, and you have way more than 10 abilities in your average MMO. You mentioned Terra. There's like 20 abilities that you need to use in one fight. It would be impossible to put that on the console, and if you did, it would just be dumbing the game down. Not to mention, MMOs require a lot of processing power because there's giant, expansive worlds. Even a game like World of Warcraft on a console, it would be either dumbed down graphics and mechanics, or it would be a game that ran really super slow and didn't
stop.
work.
So Hinky saying that you would have to dumb games down to put them on console. But I'm not sure Joven is entirely against dumbing things down. I mean, if you're dumb, not naming names, then a dumbed down game might be for you. 15 seconds for your rebuttal. Go!
Now, I will admit, it hasn't really worked up to date, but we're starting to see examples. Like I did mention, Diablo 3 was very successful on the PS3, and it worked. Plus, you have games like Final Fantasy XIV, which are actually, like Final Fantasy XI, not so much. 14 fixed all the problems, where that one it works perfectly with an
And
Xbox
time.
controller.
All right, Jovenshire saying that there was a game that actually worked with a controller. That was an MMO. Over to Sohinki for his 15-second response, starting meow.
If you look at the biggest criticism for Diablo 3, it was about the talent trees and the fact that you could only have 4 abilities equipped at one time, and it's this sort of simplified talent system, whereas in the other Diablos, you could have a multitude of abilities equipped and be able to throw spells out and do a bunch of stuff, and so that's kind of
And
supports
time.
my original argument.
All right, a very heated debate here between the PC Master
Give me
Race
games on my
and Joven.
console.
Go ahead and tweet us and let us know who you
Master
thought
Race.
wins, and then we're going to move on to debate number 3.
Battle 3. Ready, go!
All right, our next debate is whether or not the new Batman Arkham game, whenever that comes out, should be an open world game like they have been, or maybe switch things up and be a little more linear. Arguing, interestingly enough, for linear, we have the Jovenshire over here, and on my left, we have Lasercorn, who will be arguing for open world. We'll start first with the obvious choice, the Lasercorn, because it seems like there's no way that Joven could possibly win, but I'm interested to see what he can
I
respond
think I'm
to.
gonna reasonably strong at the table.
Let's start with Lasercorn. You have 30 seconds. Go.
You never bring anything stronger to the table. Really, you want to ruin Batman games for everyone now because your tiny brain can't handle multiple quests going on at once and storylines? It's like, oh, there's too much going on. Should I go after the phone line killer or should I follow the main quest? I don't know what to do. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm Jovenshire. That's exactly what you're thinking right now. Arkham games work because they're open world. That's why they're so fucking awesome and why people love them and they get awesome review scores. This last one's a little derivative, but it's not the open world part that's wrong with it.
Stop. 30 seconds exactly. Wow. So, Lasercorn saying they should remain open world because you're dumb.
All right.
That's mean. I don't know. Over to Jovenshire for his response, which I'm sure will be very intelligent. Go.
Arkham City and Arkham Origins were great games, but let's look at Arkham Asylum. That really wasn't too much of an open world game. You were just in a very, very large building. It wasn't as, you weren't thrown so many different like storylines or things you had to do. You had a story that was going all the way through. I think going back to a smaller area could be more fun to play up the stealth aspect of Batman, because you really lost that in Arkham City and especially in Arkham Origins. Plus, think Splinter Cell Blacklist. Just have that same game but as Batman. That'd be so much fun.
All right, Jovenshire saying it should not be open world, it should be open world-ish. Going back to Lasercorn for his response. Go.
You absolutely did not lose the stealth aspect in Arkham City. You were playing the game wrong. There were millions of opportunities to sneak up on your foes, burst through walls and kill them, leap down from the gargoyles and pull them up, and do all sorts of awesome stuff. You probably bumbled into the middle of 10 enemies, had to fist fight them all, and then said there's no stealth.
Wow. We're going back over to Jovenshire. Lasercorn basically saying you're bad and you should feel bad. Jovenshire with his response. Go.
I'm pretty sure if you go back to watch the Arkham Origins Let's Play that you and I did, Lasercorn, you'll notice that if there's anyone that plays Batman good and stealthy, it is me. And you kind of jumped in there like, I know Kung Fu. Dead.
Stop.
Yes, dead.
Jovenshire saying I'm...
You had played more Origins than me. I was unwarmed
Jovenshire
up.
playing...
And I could be stealthy if I want
Jovenshire saying I am the Batman.
I am the Batman.
And
Val Kilmer.
that's gonna do it for us here on.
I'll stealth you any day of the week.
All right.
We should have a stealth.
All
That's
right,
our cage match challenge.
All right, so we're getting a future cage match. Maybe just challenge each other right here, but we'll do it live. What do you want to do?
All right, Lasercorn, I challenge you.
I win! Good PvP!
GG. Well played. PvP.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of PvP, where we've got another member of the Warp Zone here to help us debate about cool
Don't
things.
hit our guests.
I'm very violent.
Yeah.
It's no Lasercorn. I feel like I can be free
We're
and
violent today
without
because we're
getting
talking
shot.
about multiplayer games, where you're violent
So,
online against other people, but it's okay because it's not real life.
so I can make fun of you and your mothers and not like get punched in the face for it.
You can do stuff online like you can shoot someone in the face and then delicately dip your balls in their mouth.
That's called teabagging.
Yeah, it's called
It's
teabag.
very cathartic.
Yeah.
Feels good. You ever shoot someone in Halo and then teabag them?
Yes.
Do you know how fast you would
Yeah.
also you'd be like in the electrocutioner's chair?
Well, that
after
speeds
you
up the
end real
process.
life?
Hey! Anyways, guys, let's get to round one.
Round 1. Fight!
Now, in round one, we've got Davis here from the Warp Zone, and we have Sohinki here from some random YouTube channel. And you guys can debate if multiplayer should be added to all games, or if franchises that are notably just single player should stay single player. Now, defending that, hey, why can't all games be multiplayer, is Sohinki. And Davis here is going to be saying, get your multiplayer out of my single player. Right? Just like that?
Exactly.
Sweet! Starting off our debate shall be Sohinki with 30 seconds on the clock. Go!
There is no game that exists that would not be better with multiplayer. How can you release a game? This is 2013. How are you going to release a game that does not have multiplayer for full price especially? If you're charging $60 for a game and you're only releasing single player, you're charging full price for half of a game. That's the way I see it. There's every single game you can think of, Mass Effect, The Elder Scrolls. All those games, even you would agree, I think, would be better with multiplayer, especially like co-op and Elder Scrolls. I think you can agree with that.
Stop. Someone's trying to play to the judge here a little bit.
You're not judging anything.
You know, Skyrim would actually be pretty good with some co-op action.
Yep.
You got a big argument to hear.
What
To hear too.
All right.
Ready? 30 seconds on the clock. Davis, get rid of that multiplayer. Go.
Not every game actually is better served
Every game?
multiplayer. Using games like Mass Effect or Elder Scrolls, where it's about empowering the person, when you have more people in that, you yourself are less the hero because you have to kind of share the credit with everybody else. I do agree that if you're going to charge full price, it should have more replayability. So I agree with you on that, but you could just lower the price for games that don't need a multiplayer. Also, putting in a multiplayer takes time away from development of a single player. So if the game is made to be single player, it's going to hurt.
Stop.
The story. I kind of fell apart there at the end.
That works. You got a good point across. But pretty much what you were saying is more power to the single player. Why share the glory? Just be the hero on top of the mountain of gold, all for your own. Don't share it with anyone. 15 seconds on the clock to rebuttal. Go.
I think if you're worried about development woes, then you compliment.
Yep.
I think if you're worried about development woes, you can just hire a separate team to do multiplayer. That way they can focus on making it great. You have communication between the two teams so that it fits with the single player theme, but also has a cool multiplayer element that you've always wanted to see. Who wouldn't want a squad on squad thing in Mass Effect? That would be awesome.
Squad versus squad might actually be pretty cool in Mass Effect, but somebody says spend more money in production of a game to get a larger game and then raise the game prices so that we can
That's not
have
at all what I
multiplayer.
said.
All right, Davis, 15-second rebuttal.
Nope. Sadly, you can't just always have more money. Money is like a commodity. You can't just hire new teams all the time. And also, having a different team make the multiplayer will make it have a different feel from the single player,
Disagree.
which might be jarring for people.
Stop. 15 seconds on the dot. I'm really good at this. I don't know if you knew this, but I'm a great time
Thumber?
Yeah, I'm a great
You
thumber.
fingered that really well.
I fingered this phone so well. Hey, so David doesn't want multiplayer games or multiplayer modes in single player games. So Inky's gone. He just walked off. But now it's up to you guys to vote who actually won this match. You can hit us up on Twitter. I'm at the Jovenshire. This guy used to be at Sohinky. Send this at Smosh Games, and Warp Zone is at
Warp Zone Tweets.
Warp Zone Tweets. So let us know who won.
Round 2, fight!
For our second debate for round 2, we have Davis, am I right, arguing that multiplayer games that are competitive are more fun than cooperative games, which Jovenshire will be defending on my left. I think that we will start with the competitive games, where my heart lies. Davis, you have the floor. Go!
Competitive games are better because you are facing other thinking humans. All you have to do is learn the AI and you can beat it. And where is the satisfaction that, no, the skill and satisfaction come from playing other humans, competing, testing who's faster, who's smarter, who's better. That's why competitive is better. Losers who can't play competitively play co-op. I'm done. I don't even know how much time I left. That's it.
All right, with in 24 seconds, his complete argument, arguing that the best game is the most dangerous game. Humans. Now over to Jovenshire
Classic movie.
for his rebuttal, or his 30-second argument. Go ahead.
Why can't we all just get along? There is so much satisfaction in working together as a team, communicating, planning, and reaching your goal together. Why do we always have to go to war with each other when, like in Resident Evil, you got someone you can high five at the end of like beating the game or some Splinter Cell conviction, you know? And you're like working together to take down, like this person stealth takes down this guy, well this guy stealth takes down this guy. It feels good. It feels nice. In like Halo,
Stop.
you take out one guy, then all of a sudden you die, and it's like, yes, and then
Stop.
blah.
Jovenshire arguing that co-op's better because he's bad at competitive games. That's what I heard mainly. And really enjoying a peaceful vibe. Yeah.
I'm a Zen gamer.
Zen, that
Peace, baby.
That should be your new gamer tag, the Zen, gamer.
The hippiest Call of Duty player. Like, peace.
You just go around and you just try to give people high fives with your knife.
It's like, high five, guys.
I don't want to kill you.
All right, 15-second rebuttal. I know you came up a little short last time, but
You came up a little short.
I mean not short.
concisely-
No, I mean you came up ahead of schedule.
What do I get him extra time? Like extra points?
I'll give you 6 extra seconds.
Do I get like
since you
$1
didn't use them
for
the first
every
time.
extra second I didn't use?
You get about 50 points per second. So that's giving you about 300 points.
All right, ready, set, and go.
all those things that you said about working together and all that junk, you can do in competitive games. League of Legends, Dota, Team Fortress, all these games, you can work together with a team to beat another team of humans, so you get the best of both worlds in competitive. That's that.
All right, 15.3 seconds. So that was, we still have 6 seconds left over. Would you like to say anything with 6 seconds? Go.
You are a hippie, a terrible
High five!
hippie.
Hippie five!
That wasn't a
All right, stop. That was 6 seconds. That's 6 seconds.
Now I went over. I lost points.
Go and try your 15-second response. Go.
Probably the biggest game that's single player that everyone's like, this game does not need multiplayer, is Mass Effect. And what did they go with? They went with co-op because it works. You work together as a squad and you beat gold for the first time. And like, motherfuckers, we just took down the Geth or Left 4 Dead. That game is amazing because you're working together as a team to beat all the zombies and survive the apocalypse.
There's also competitive multiplayer in Left 4 Dead. So.
Also, did anyone really like Mass Effect co-op?
Oh, it's amazing. Well, I guess I'm a little biased in this situation. I'm sure the audience loved it.
We'll see.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment below.
Which is better?
And decide which you think was better. Joven Shire's peace-loving hippie argument, or Davis's kill everyone and have fun argument.
Because it makes you better.
Yes.
Kill everyone and have fun.
All right, round 3.
Battle 3. Ready, go!
So in PvP, normally for round 3, we go ahead and do another 1v1 match, but in this case, it's multiplayer games. All 3 of us are going to debate the best multiplayer game to date. So this one's going to get a little interesting. We're only going to have the 30 seconds each, no rebuttal, just you have 30 seconds to win the audience over with your best game of all time. Starting with Sohinki, 30 seconds on the clock to debate. What game?
Defense of the Ancients Dose, or I mean, the first one's basically the same, but Defense of the Ancients 2.
Going with some Dota 2. Ready? 30 seconds on the clock and go.
Defense of the Ancients 2 is not only the most exciting, fast-paced, incredible ARTS game that there is, and that is the biggest genre of games there are right now as far as competitive multiplayer, but it is the most balanced. And the thing that sucks about competitive multiplayer games especially is an element of luck. But what there is in Dota is there's almost no luck. It's almost all skill, it's positioning, it's timing, and it's intense, and it is the most rewarding game that you can play as far as actually succeeding at it. It takes a long time to learn, but it's great.
I heard a lot of things that I didn't understand, and that might be why I'm not good at Dota.
All right.
You wouldn't be the only one at this table that's not good at Dota.
I can't, hey, they implemented a coaching system now, and I'm offering coaching sessions.
Are you going to charge me?
charge
Or
you?
is
No, I'm
it-
not going to charge.
Okay,
Are you
good.
charging other people?
I'm doing
Or you
it.
charge the
I'm
audience?
doing a donation-based system.
Donate to Sohinki, and he will teach you how to be bomb diggity.
No.
Which
You
is
don't-
very different than
No.
paying him, obviously.
No. You don't pay me anything up front, and if afterward you don't want to pay me, you don't pay me anything. But if you would like, you may donate.
There you go.
Are donations, are those non-taxed or taxed?
I have no idea.
They're actually tax deductible if they're donating.
I haven't done that. I haven't.
You know what? He's going to look into it.
All right.
right.
Let's stop talking about Dota
Let's,
coaching. Now I'm going to go ahead and defend Super Smash Bros. As easily the best multiplayer game of all time.
Can I do this? I just never got to do it.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Time it up.
I'm the time
Let's see how you are with the thumb.
Okay, well, I was going to finger
Oh,
index.
you can finger it if you want.
Okay. Ready? 1, 3, 2, 1, go.
Super Smash Bros. Gave us a concept that we've just wanted and never even knew that we actually wanted it. They took their main characters from all their franchises and they pitted them together to fight. Nintendo made a fighting game, quite maybe the best fighting game of all time. And I know all of you have, like, some of your best memories playing video games is you and 3 other people getting together, playing some Nintendo 64, playing some GameCube to just kick each other's asses in Super Smash Bros. For hours on end. And not only that, there was a good good single-player mode, but you can play with someone else.
By the way, exactly. On the
Oh, on your first shot, 30 on the dot.
So you're playing to the nostalgia factor. It's all these characters that we want to see fight each other for the first time. And that pitted pun did not go unnoticed.
I'm
So
glad
if I
you
have
caught
any-
that.
He
I'm glad you got that.
definitely did not mean
No,
to do
totally
that.
did that on
You read-
purpose.
That was like when you're in English class and you're like analyzing a poem and you're like, clearly this guy didn't mean all of these underlying things and we're just reading too much into it. You read a little too much into
You're
it.
right.
No. It was accurate.
It wasn't.
Your turn.
Well, Spain.
All right. Davis,
Yes.
what game will you be defending?
The World of Warcraft.
This could be the end of the world of Warcraft. Begin.
Not only is it just the best multiplayer game, it's the best game of all. It has everything you could ever want. It has cooperative gameplay in the form of like instances, raids, small and large scale. You can play with your friends. You can play competitively in arenas, in battlegrounds, in world PvP. It's awesome. There are a lot of classes, a lot of varied and relatively balanced gameplay. And then also, if you just want to go off on your own for a while, there's plenty of like solo content too. So it's a perfect game, has everything, and especially it has great competitive and great cooperative game in the
Stop.
same game.
I missed it by 0.1.
That's not bad. Pretty close.
All right, I still remember the first time my guild took down Ragnaros in WoW Vanilla. It was quite exciting. So I have to, it was quite fun.
Wow, vanilla.
Yeah.
My favorite flavor of ice cream.
Vanilla being the first, the original.
Pre-expansion.
The
pack.
plain.
The plain one. The plain
Yes.
one. Vanilla's not really plain. Vanilla is very delicious.
I
Anyways,
love vanilla. It is the best flavor of
It
ice
is.
cream,
It's
except
so
for maybe
good.
cookies and cream.
which
But
is
peanut butter
still vanilla
chocolate.
ice cream.
if I'm choosing
Peanut butter
between vanilla and chocolate, vanilla all day.
Next week on PvP, we talk about our favorite ice cream.
All day, every day. Vanilla.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching
better.
PvP
Tastes
today.
so good.
Rock and roll.
Go check out some Warp Zone. They got sketches, they got songs. In fact, you guys have a fun one. Speaking of multiplayer games, you have a Halo parody music video, which is hilarious.
And they have a cool Smite video coming out as well, featuring
Myself.
myself.
Thank you.
So-
As
I'm
Jimmy
an-
the Minion.
I'm
So-
a dumb minion.
So go sub to the Warp Zone now so you can see him on there. And I was just on a Hunger Games video. We're always showing up there. We like them. They like us. It's good times. Anyways, thank you so much, guys. Let us know who won the different debates. And we'll see you later.
What the hell was that?
We'll see you later. It's my new outro. I'm not allowed to throw cards anymore.
Why do you have
got
to?
a soft shoe out
But
there.
you sound.
Shoo up, shoo up. We'll see you later.
Wow. Way to.
I hate everyone.
Hey guys, welcome to PvP, where today we are talking about the games that hide in the shadows, the games you wish that were but never came to be.
The MI games. MI.
The MIGs.
The MIGs? Missing in
gaming? Okay, it doesn't really work.
My
Let's
eggs.
move.
Missing in action
Let's
Yeah,
just.
we're talking about the games that almost were or were talked about or rumored or supposed to come out but won't, and we're gonna see, should they come out? Has the wait been too long? It'll all make sense once we debate.
Round one!
Round one. Fight!
All right, guys, debate number one, Star Wars 1313. You might have seen a trailer for it. Ended up getting scrapped. Should it still come out? Should they revive the game, someone else buys the rights, and put the game out anyway? Arguing that it should still come out, Sohinki. Arguing that it should not, Jovenchar. We're gonna start over here with Sohinki first. Star Wars 1313, why it should come out. Go.
If you guys saw that footage at E3, you know how damn good it was. I don't even know what Jovenchar is going to be over here talking about. The game looked so amazing. You're playing as f***ing Boba Fett, one of the, probably the most badass character in the Star Wars universe, and you go down to the depths of Coruscant, into the underbelly, and you're dealing out sweet, lasery justice. It would have been f***ing awesome.
Just tits.
Just tits. You can tell what's on my mind. Just tits. No, but damn you, Lasercorn. You go down to the underbelly of Coruscant and you get down
And
in there.
time.
No.
Lasery just
No. Let's do that again. You can't interrupt me like that.
It's funny.
We're giving Sohinki
10 more seconds on the
10
clock.
seconds
15
because he feels
seconds.
he was cut off. 10 seconds, go.
You go down to the underbelly of Coruscant. I don't know if you guys saw the concept art for that game, but the game world looked beautiful. The bad guys would have been awesome. The fighting would have been awesome. It would have had cool multiplayer. It would have been
And
an awesome
time.
f***ing Star Wars game with
And
lasers,
time.
laser guns, and being an awesome f***ing bounty
And
hunter.
just
It would have been
tits.
amazing. And just tits.
Okay.
And there probably would have been some awesome tits. Alien tits are the best.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know if you've seen, what was it? Not Blade Runner. You know what I'm talking about with the 3 boobs
Total
chick.
Recall.
Total Recall.
Did
Alien
you
tits
know
are awesome.
the girl that plays, I can't remember the alien race or her name, but the blue Jedi with the tendril, oh man, Star Wars fans are gonna be hating me right now. But anyways, Amy something, she was a Playboy person. She was in
Didn't know
Playboy. Amy Smart, someone else. Anyways,
And if you looked
blue
it up, you
alien
would
Jedi
see,
chick.
And if you looked it up, you would see
Your
just.
time is up. All right. Ready? 30 seconds for Jovenchar. Go.
Yes, it is a game that was revealed that it was actually Boba Fett. That sounds cool in theory. It's like, oh my god, Boba Fett, the biggest badass in the galaxy. F***ing wrong-o! This guy is the most overrated character in the entire Star Wars saga. Now, don't get me wrong, I read every single one of the Bounty Hunter books, and yeah, that story's pretty cool, but when you look at the actual lore of the movies that existed, he was there for 10 seconds in A New Hope, he was captured Han Solo, luckily, and then in Revenge of the Jedi, in Return of the Jedi, f***ing dies like a bitch, screaming as he goes down a generic scream.
And time. Wow. Boba Fett overrated, apparently. Interesting point there. I think there's going to be a lot of Star Wars hate
Bring it!
coming towards
Boba
Jovenchar.
Fett is a bitch! as I have the Mandalorian
Boba
symbol
Fett
on my
is a
cap.
bitch.
Boba Fett's a
Yeah.
bitch, okay.
Didn't you get a tattoo?
Well, it's the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Like the Mandalorians are badass fighters. Boba Fett is
Joven
a
has a
disgrace.
tattoo of it. Maybe it is overrated. Okay, over to Sohinki for a 15-second rebuttal starting now.
Just because he wasn't in the movies a lot doesn't mean that he's not still badass. And correct me if I'm wrong, people out there in the universe that know a lot about Star Wars, but he actually makes his way out of the Sarlacc pit. He's one of the only, I think he might be the only person to ever do that. He's obviously f***ing awesome, and he's super badass. And
And
he's,
time.
That's it. I'll cut
right.
myself off there because I went so over last time.
There. Well, you cut yourself off at time. 15 seconds. All right, ready? 15 seconds for your response. Go.
My actual rebuttal will be, hey, Boba Fett has the potential to be a badass. Not in a future release of Star Wars 1313, but in his actual movie that he's getting in 2015, where we'll see his most deadliest adventure he's ever been on. That I'm looking forward to hopefully make Boba Fett a badass. Then we can have a Boba Fett video game.
All right, time. Perfect.
It could also just be any bounty hunter, though. I don't think it needs to be Boba Fett.
Bosk.
Boss.
Plain as Bosk, yeah.
Or do you
That'd be
just
awesome.
make your own
Boss
bounty
is
hunter?
boss. All right, guys, it's up to you to decide. Tweet us at Lasercorn, at the Jovenshire, at Sohinki. Let us know who you think won that one, and we're gonna move on to round 2.
Round 2. Fight!
All right, before we start round 2, I've been informed by Wes that the blue Jedi, who you can see her boobs in real life, is Ayla Secura. She was a Playboy playmate, so
Is that the name of the actress or the
that's the name of the alien chick,
Ah.
the blue alien. But hey, for round 2, we're actually have Lasercorn versus Sohinki here, talking about Half-Life 3. Now, yes, we make jokes about it, but have we been waiting too long? Is this wait completely obscure and unjustified, saying that...
Obscure.
Yeah,
All right, go
it's
ahead.
obscure. Saying that, you know what, the wait is okay, will be...
Sohinki.
Sohinki, saying that, hey, let time happen. Let's just give it time. It's Lasercorn.
No, that's
No.
no. You said
No,
the
no.
same thing twice.
I did.
I will be saying that it's okay. That it's taking a long time.
thinking
And
of
Lasercorn
I
will
was
be
saying the
saying
wait time has been completely unacceptable.
yes.
There you go. Much easier. Starting Lasercorn, you can go ahead and start off with 30 seconds on the clock and go.
Half-Life 2 Episode 2 came out in 2007. We're going into 2014, people. What the hell have Valve been doing? How many hats do you need in Team Fortress 2? How big is your f***ing hat design team? How many different sets of f***ing armor and do you need in Dota 2? Put some f***ing people. You have resources. Valve, you have like $1 billion. I've seen online your snack bar. It's huge. Put some f***ing resources on building Half-Life 3. Even a trailer or f***ing a teaser. Something. You've seen what happens with games like Duke
Stop.
Nukem where they come out and then they cancel the
Duke Nukem. Bad game. We get it. So we don't have Half-Life 3 because snack bars and hats. That almost sounded like Akbar. God damn it, Gabe. Give us number 3. So Inky, with your 30-second rebuttal, go for it.
Yes, Duke Nukem became horrible in development hell. That being said, if you look at Valve's track record in all of their games, there's actually this funny graph I saw that was like real person time and Valve time. The games always take a long ass time to come out. Everyone knows it. It's always annoying. It's always terrible. When the game finally comes out, it is a masterpiece. They've always Half-Life was literally rated Game of the Millennium. What a good game that was. Half-Life 2 also amazing. Half-Life 3 is going to be just as amazing. And that being said, most of the community makes this stuff in Dota 2 and Team Fortress, not
Stop.
Valve. Although they do make some of it.
Well, it looks like Valve just plays by dog years. So
Yeah, there you go.
that makes a little bit of sense when you look at it in that way. But Lasercorn, you will have a 15-second rebuttal here. Go for it.
I have a very real concern with the timeline of the new Half-Life game, and that is I may die before it comes out. It's like, yes, I'm all about getting a good game, but there's a chance I could get hit by a bus. F***ing 7 years is a f***ing long time. Bad things could happen to me. I could develop a brain virus that explodes out my eyeballs. I could die before the new Half-Life game comes out and never get to play it, and then it won't matter how good it is.
Wow. Brain tumors and brain aneurysms is
I
something
said brain
that
virus.
brain viruses, all of which Lasercorn.
Brain-eating flesh virus.
Those are terrifying.
It's
and
a real
Lasercorn
thing, look it
doesn't
up.
want to die first.
I
I'm
need
sure
to get
it
on
is.
Wikipedia and make an article about something. But no, it's real. Just give me 1 second.
So Hinky, fight his diseases with your rebuttal. Go.
All right, I have a pretty good immune system. So, Lasercorn, when you do get your flesh-eating brain virus and you're lying there in your bed as a
gonna cough all
vegetable,
over
I'll be stroking your hair gently and telling you about how awesome Half-Life 3 is. When it does come out in the next several years, it's gonna be an awesome game. Also, finally, I'd just like to add Just Hits.
Justice! All right, guys, now it's up to you to vote on who you think actually won this argument. Is it at Sohinki or at Lasercorn? Let us know in the Twitterverse. Anyways, round 3.
Battle 3. Ready, go!
Round 3, guys. We're talking Battlefront 3. another 3 game that we're waiting for. And Joneshire is going to be saying he
It
thinks
will happen.
he thinks the game's going to be coming out. Lasercorn has no faith in humanity or Battlefront 3, and he's going to be saying that it is not going to come out.
Correct. It's never coming out.
I just wanted a dramatic pause.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and start with Joneshire. Why is this game coming out? Go.
Battlefront 3 is a lot like fairies. You have to believe in them for them to happen. We all believe. We believe that we can have a Battlefront 3, and that's why this year at E3, they announced it. They showed it that EA is working on it. It's gonna happen because they said it's gonna happen. EA wouldn't lie to us, right? It's beautiful. The game came so close to completion. This is probably the most anticipated game next to Half-Life 3. They make it, it's instant money. Shut up and give me, or take my money. Yeah, shut up and take my money because it's Battlefront 3. You can't go wrong with it. You
Stop.
can't.
You forgot to add Just Hits.
Justice!
Joneshire saying that because a game company said it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Nobody lies
That
about
has
it.
never been wrong. Going over to Lasercorn for his easy response. Go.
It's never gonna happen. Guys, I would like nothing more for this game to happen. I loved Battlefront 1 or 2. They were my favorite games ever, but it's not gonna happen. This game has been canceled twice. It's fucking cursed. It keeps saying it's gonna come out. You see all this awesome teaser footage. It's been way closer to completion. You know what it is? It's that fucking hot girl in high school that's like, oh God, I could totally date you. I wish my boyfriend weren't such a dick. And then she breaks up with him, and she doesn't date you. She dates some other dick. And then you think, okay, as soon as she dates this one, it's gonna happen after that. But then she breaks up with him, and she just dates some other dick. You, Sarah, what were we talking about?
Stop it. Lasercorn.
I
Lasercorn's argument seems to be
You, Sarah.
forever friend zoned.
I don't.
Lasercorn's
What were
argument.
we? What is the debate?
Your response to his issues in high school with Sarah? Go.
Sarah made the right choice.
Oh, what a
It
terrible
was a
friend.
skank.
Sarah's got the clapness, the Lasercorn actually wins, but we'll all win
skank
when they
anyway.
finally release Battlefront 3 on the next gen console's just released. Let's give them a
Stop
chance to
it.
really
You
perfect
wasted
them
too
and
much
we'll
time
get
talking about Sarah. Lasercorn, 15 seconds. Try not to make everyone sad. Go.
What were we saying? Oh yes, guys, I would like nothing better for this game to come out, but sometimes when you love something, you have to let it go. And this is just one of those things. It's never gonna happen. Just accept it. You will be more content and more calm in your life if you're not constantly waiting for this game to come
Stop
out.
it.
Canceled twice.
And then
game is cursed.
And then maybe in the future you'll find a newer, better game, and you can marry that game.
exactly.
it. Can I have 5 seconds? I need the, okay,
I'm
say-
interested in your 5 seconds.
Alright, 5 seconds.
Re-rebuttal.
Re-rebuttal, 5-second re-rebuttal. Go.
We need to have Battlefront 3 because Lasercorn said that he will get shave a mohawk into his head if we get Battlefront 3. So we get it?
I did.
We have it.
If it ever comes out, I will totally do that, but it's never coming out, guys. It's been canceled twice. The game is cursed. Deal with it. It's been way closer to
Deal with it.
completion than it is right now.
All right, so there you have it. Lasercorn
so
will
bad.
get a mohawk if Battlefront 3 comes out, and that has
happening.
been PvP for this week. Thanks for joining us. It's been a lot of fun as usual. I'm So Hinky, talking like Angry Jerry Seinfeld. I'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I love the clap. It keeps things spicy in the
Do
bedroom.
you want to know why they call it the clap? Want to know why they call it the clap? This is true and gross. The reason they call it the clap was because